course.
We have a little tradition here at Good Day New York. Every now and then we bring in some super duper legendary famous person. We blindfold each other and try to figure out who it is via a series of questions and answers. We got the idea from What's My Line back in the 50s.
This is my first ever mystery guest. Looking forward to it.
All right, so we got it. Rosanna, I love her. I want her to recuperate. She starts throwing guesses like immediately. You know what I mean? Are you Steve Austin astronaut? What's his name? Lee Majors? Like first guess.
Right,
I mean, don't. All right. So Mike Woods is going to officiate. Let's bring in the super duper famous person, please.
Okay.
And he's in.
All right.
Mike, everything good to go?
Everything's good to go. He's written his name up on the board.
So we know it's a he.
And the people at home? It's a boy.
I'm not very good at this game, am I?
All right.
By the way, and the people at home know who it is, right? People at home? Everybody know at home? Okay.
All right.
Carrie, you already got the first question.
We got it.
Keep
All
going.
Right. 50-50. All right, let's start with what decade did you become famous or well known?
What decade did you become famous?
In the 60s.
In the 60s.
And by the way, we've had a couple of hints. You know, we do hear legendary. We've heard, all right, sir, okay, you're famous in the 60s. Famous for what? Are you an entertainer?
That I am, yes.
Okay, an entertainer.
Television? Were you on television?
Were you on television is the question.
I was on television many times, yes.
I detect a slight accent. Are you foreign born, sir?
Are you foreign born?
Yes, I am. I was, want to know where?
Yes, as a matter of fact.
Okay,
yeah,
sure. Where are you from originally?
Give a little background.
I was born in Madras, in India, and then I went back home.
Not too much, not too much.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, wait. Born in
All right.
India. Now, wait a second. Okay, we entertainer. We know when you got famous, but we don't know what kind of entertainer.
Were you also in movies?
Were you also in movies?
Pardon me?
Were you also in movies?
I've done a couple of small parts, yes.
Okay, small parts, but primarily you are not an actor, right?
Primarily, you are not an actor?
No, I'm definitely not an actor.
Okay, you're an entertainer. Are you a musician?
I'd like to think I am.
All right, so you're an awesome musician.
Okay.
A legend. Absolutely.
A legend.
A solo act or a group?
Solo actor group.
Pardon me?
Solo actor group.
An actor?
A solo act or a group?
I'm a solo act.
A solo act, a legendary solo act singer first broke out in the 60s. Let's see.
Let's see.
Foreign born.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of a good clue here for you here.
No. Okay, how about this?
Sometimes, you know,
What?
you might do this fishing. I don't know.
You might do this fishing?
I don't know. That might have something to do.
All right, so you're a singer. What do you like to sing? What do you love songs, romance,
What type of music
rock?
do you sing?
I'm in the romantic era.
Romantic era. Love songs.
Broke out in the 60s. Let's go to the 1970s.
67.
Were you 1967?
67 was his big year.
Okay, 67 was the big year.
67.
But legendary entertainer, foreign born. How did the American public first get to know you?
How does the American public first get to know you? What made you on top of the game?
I think it because I had a battle with the Beatles
He's got a battle with the Beatles.
to number one.
Oh, see? And you were there for quite a while.
Yes.
All right, I just got a hint. Somebody just said that at one point your work was featured heavily on American television commercials.
What started me?
Your work was featured on American television commercials as well? Is that correct?
It was commercial, yes. My first show, you know what my first show in America was?
Please.
Sure.
Ed Sullivan.
Aha. So this is a while ago.
Are we listening to the music right now?
No, that's the Who.
Okay, that's the
the
Who.
Who.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm trying to think.
I want to narrow it down this way. Are you
a
a one-name celebrity like Zamfir? Are you Zamfir, the pan flute guy?
You're not. Are you a one-name celebrity?
No, I'm a double.
Double name. Two
First
names.
First and last.
and a
might
last
be a little
name.
bit different. Might be something that you haven't. It's a little unusual, perhaps.
An unusual name.
Okay.
An interesting name.
Absolutely.
And okay, first and last name, singer, legendary with an inch. I gotta walk and think.
When was
Legendary.
the most recent hit?
Oh.
Or the bigger hits, the ones we know from mostly from the 60s?
Oh, let's just let it go.
All right, I think I got it. I'm gonna go for. It's not.
Go for it.
It's not Yanni. It's not Zamfir. Slim Pickens. No.
Nope, you're coming. You're closing in. You're coming. You're
Slim Whitman.
Not quite, but you're
Engelbert
getting there.
Humperdinck.
Ah!
Are you serious?
Yes. Engelbert Humperdinck, right here.
What an honor.
Nice.
My goodness gracious, sir.
Thank you.
Forgive us for the time it took.
It was good though. I'm impressed.
It's so nice to meet you.
The one and only Engelbert Humperdinck. Yes.
How cool is that?
You guys downplay the TV commercials, but that's how they advertised your albums a lot on TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Engelbert. Would you care to join us on the couch?
I'd love it.
Come on over.
Mike, you too.
Absolutely. I didn't know what clues to give without fully giving it away. I was gonna say,
Well, one thing that really
well.
that threw me, and I almost ignored it, sir. Please.
Oh, yeah.
You said you were born in India.
Yes, right.
Tell us
My
about that.
father was in the army, and he was stationed in India, and I happened to be born there.
You are German, Belgian? Are you?
I'm German, Irish.
Wow.
My mother's of German, and my father was Irish.
So tell us about that battle with the Beatles that you just referenced
Well,
in the 60s.
it was in 1967, and they had Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields out, and I had Release Me, which is the song that really triggered my career, and it stopped them from having their 13th number one.
Wow.
You know, and for me, stopped the mighty Beatles from having the 13th number one.
Sir, as a kid growing up, I remember being fascinated by the name, Engelbert Humperdinck. I mean, it's just, it's an unusual name for Americans. What's the history there?
I tell you, my manager at the time, he says, you know, we've got to give you something very unusual. You know, it was an image that I made my hair. I was gray when I was in my 20s, so I had to darken my hair and grow these sideburns. And he says, oh, you better shave those things up. They look ridiculous. I said, no, I'm going to start a trend with this, you know, with the sideburns. And so
did.
I came in 67 with these sideburns. I did the shows, and you know, people on major shows like Carson would say, Engelbert looks as though he's always on the phone because of these long sideburns.
But Engelbert is your birth name, or did you adopt it?
My real name is Arnold George Dorsey.
So a lot of Hollywood types would say you've got to be, Arnie Dorsey or something like that.
Right.
And what you did is very unusual. To take such a interesting, unconventional name and make it, adopt it.
Yeah, I got two names. My real name is in my passport, and then I have Engelbert Humperdinck.
And you first came to prominence, obviously, in the 60s, but your music has touched generations
Well,
now.
thank
What
you.
is that like for you?
It's absolutely magnificent. You know, I've made, thank God, over the years I've sold over 150 million albums worldwide, and now I've got this new duet album on OK Records and OK Good Records, and it's the first duet album I've ever done, and it's with legendary people, people I really love, people like Elton John and Gene Simmons and Willie Nelson.
Wow.
It's just
How
amazing.
cool is that?
Engelbert calling. By the way, there's some local shows. Let's put them up on the screen if we have them. You can see Engelbert Humperdinck perform at Atlantic City tomorrow. Okay, it's a bit of a drive, a little over an hour, but you're at Atlantic City. Do you know which casino, sir?
Harris, yeah.
At Harris.
All right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That should
Good
be a
luck
great
down
show.
there.
And just so you know, one other factoid that I know you about. You were the first one, though.
I was the first one with the sideburns.
With the
yeah.
sideburns.
Yeah.
It was not Elvis.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Elvis copied you?
Yes, he did.
Elvis copied
See
you.
that?
That,
Trailblazer.
We became very good friends, so there was no problem.
oh, man.
What was he like, Elvis?
Absolutely a delightful person, the most charismatic and loving person. People usually shake hands when they were. Well, Elvis, when he met me, he embraced me, and I thought that was the start of a great friendship.
Wow.
Very good.
Engelbert Humperdinck, what a privilege. See him live tomorrow in Atlantic City at Harris Casino. And the album, one more time, out right now. Duets
you.
with some great musicians.
Thank
Put up
you.
Engelbert calling. And pump up the volume, please, on Engelbert Humperdinck.
Thank you.
Very cool.
Thanks for taking